$250,000 is the most dangerous net worth in America. Picture two guys, Noah and Lee. They are both 34 years old, and they both just crossed the $250,000 mark in the exact same month, celebrating with the exact same mediocre glass of champagne. 6 months later, Lee is rear-ended by an uninsured driver. He ends up in a nasty lawsuit, and because his standard auto insurance refuses to cover the excess, he watches a full third of his entire net worth vanish into a settlement. Now look at Noah. In an alternate timeline, Noah faces the exact same car crash and the exact same lawsuit, but he walks away without losing a single dollar of his own money. Noah survived because he spent $32 a month on a piece of paper that most people ignore. Both men did everything right to build their money. First, they saved their cash. Second, they invested consistently and lived below their means. But the rules of money change at this level. The habits you use to build your wealth will actively sabotage you if you don't switch from playing offense to playing defense. According to the Federal Reserve, a $250,000 net worth puts you firmly in the top 25% of all U.S. households. You are officially wealthy. The problem with hitting this milestone is that your friends, your family, and your coworkers have absolutely no roadmap for what to do next. They assume you should just keep hustling and doing exactly what you did to get here. But the moment you cross $250,000, you become what the legal industry calls a collectible defendant. You have a house, a brokerage account, and visible income. You are finally worth suing. If your dog bites a neighbor or a guest slips on your icy front step, your standard auto and home insurance caps get blown through like tissue paper. Any damages above those caps come directly out of your retirement accounts. Then you have the IRS. Taxes are the single largest expense in your entire life. If you are still doing your own taxes at 11 p.m. the night before they are due, relying on DIY software and aggressive Google searches, you are bleeding thousands of dollars a year entirely out of habit. If you don't fix these structural leaks, your $250,000 is just a temporary number, waiting for one bad Tuesday to reset you back to zero. Step 1 is building the absolute foundational shield for your wealth, an umbrella insurance policy. This is liability coverage that sits right on top of your auto and home insurance and deflects any legal action that exceeds your standard limits. A $1 million umbrella policy averages about $383 a year. That is roughly $1 a day to guarantee that a single car accident doesn't wipe out 10 years of disciplined investing. Step 2 is firing your commission-based salesman and hiring a fee-only fiduciary. When you hit $250,000, you look very attractive to the guy in a blazer offering a free portfolio review. You are the product. Commission advisors sell you actively managed funds and whole life policies with embedded fees that will quietly drain your returns for the next 30 years. Step 3 is deleting your DIY tax software and hiring a professional CPA. A CPA implements high-leverage strategies you are currently missing. They calculate your triple tax-free HSA limits and oversee tax loss harvesting to wipe away $3,000 of your ordinary income. Paying an upfront fee for a real fiduciary and a CPA keeps hundreds of thousands of dollars away from salesmen and the government. They pay for themselves in year 1. Step 4 is funding a 6 to 12-month emergency reserve in a high-yield savings account. Look at the sheer panic on the trading floor during the 2008 financial crisis. I knew a guy back then who had a $300,000 portfolio, but zero cash reserves. When he got laid off, he needed to eat, so he was forced to sell his stocks at the absolute bottom. Cash is not an investment. Cash is the insurance policy that allows the rest of your portfolio to survive global chaos completely untouched. Step 5 is establishing a revocable living trust. Without one, your family ends up fighting in a fluorescent-lit probate court. Skipping this means your assets get stuck in the legal system for 11 months, while lawyers extract 3 to 7% of your total estate in fees. Your net worth becomes public record for nosy neighbors. Set up the trust. Step 6 is securing strict income protection. You need term life insurance and long-term disability insurance. Do not buy whole life. That is just a massive commission check for an agent. If your paycheck disappears for 2 years due to a serious injury, your wealth-building plan freezes entirely. Protecting your physical body guarantees the math keeps working in your favor. Step 7 is the most critical transition you will make at this level. You have to start buying back your time. If you earn $200,000 a year, your time is worth $100 an hour. Spending 4 hours mowing your lawn costs $400 in opportunity cost for a job a teenager would do for $50. Outsourcing the lawn, the groceries, or the house cleaning provides a higher return than your manual labor. You are paying a small premium to recapture the hours necessary for high-level work. You take those freed-up hours and immediately reallocate them towards building a side hustle, exercising, or getting enough sleep to perform at your job. At $250,000, your highest return on investment is no longer doing the manual labor yourself. It is ruthlessly protecting your energy so you can build the next $250,000. Here's the truth about these 7 steps. None of them are glamorous. You cannot post a photo of your maxed-out HSA on social media. But let's fast forward 10 years and look at Noah and Lee at age 44. Lee never set up his defenses. He got hit with surprise tax bills, went through a messy divorce with no prenup, and is now stuck at a net worth of $190,000. Noah spent his early 30s checking off this boring list. He outsourced his time, built a side business, and now sits on $850,000. 10 years from now, a scene just like this will play out on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. The broader market is going to drop 30%, and everyone around you will panic. You want to be the person sitting at the kitchen table on a Sunday morning, drinking coffee, and feeling completely untouchable because you've built a fortress that holds firm. That is what $250,000 actually buys you. It is freedom from caring what the market does. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these 7 steps you are setting up this month. Hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.